So what all we discuss in 6 days is Panchakosha as per Taittiriya Upanishad, methods and sequence of purification of Panchakosha, then Vedic causation of principle of disease, medical explanation of persisting spasm or stiffness in the back, why people have backache and how can we relieve it. What is innate healing, that I am going to sum up today. Already we have discussed the part of it. Naadis and Chakras, yoga works on subtler aspects, we have understood. Panch Prana as per Atharva Veda, that is Prashnopanishad. And Pranayama and meditation as per Srimad Bhagwad Geeta. And finally, Om chanting as per Atharva Veda. What we are doing is 3 syllables chanting is as per Atharva Veda. Mandukya Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad and Prashnopanishad, all 3 Upanishads describe the way of chanting Om. So, this was a story we shared, what happened, how Panchakosha came into existence. So, Maharishi Bhrigu, you see the big Rishi, his son approaches him, but he doesn't give him a direct answer and asks him to find out on his own, do tapas and find out. And then son comes back to him 5 times. It takes 5 attempts to realize that Anandamaya Kosha is the ultimate. So, until we activate Anandamaya Kosha, until we purify Anandamaya Kosha, nothing is going to work. Ananda is Brahma. Ananda is everything. If we are happy, we won't develop disease. You may be wondering that so many people are always happy, still they develop disease. So we have to understand what is Ananda and what is happiness. Ananda is when you don't have anything at the back of the head while you are enjoying. You are just lost into that moment. You are not thinking about something. If you are watching TV or doing anything as such, you are actually thinking and you're having lots of things running back of your head. But when you do selfless service, when there is no direct benefit or loss, there is no learning, it's just doing something for the sake of doing it, that is Anandamaya Kosha. So, Anandamaya Kosha surrounds the soul, and then comes Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Annamaya Kosha. Even Bhagwad Gita describes it. Which kosha is superior? We have seen this shloka. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat, jnanat dhyanam vishishyate, dhyanat karma phala tyaga, tyaga shanti anantaram. That means better indeed is knowledge than practice. Practice is for Annamaya and Pranamaya. That is Pranayama and meditation, asanas. Then better indeed is knowledge than practice. Meditation is better than knowledge. Meditation, Jnanamaya Kosha is for Jnana is for Manomaya Kosha. Dhyana is for Vijnanamaya Kosha. And then comes better than meditation is the renunciation of results of your action. Peace immediately follows renunciation. Here one thing is to understand that by renunciating the results of the action, we are not renunciating the action. It doesn't mean that you should not focus on the goal. When the shloka comes, karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phal hetur bhumate sangostva karmani, it doesn't mean that you should not think about the result. It says that only action is within your capacity, within your reach. Result is out of your bounds. So whatever result has to happen, it will happen. If you focus on result, you will only be distracted and you will only be disheartened later on if it doesn't come as per the expectation. So, karmanyavadhikaraste, within your adhikar is only karma. Ma phaleshu kadachana. It doesn't mean that you should not desire for the fruit. It means that don't think about the fruit, just do your work. So that is the renunciation of the results of the action. If you just perform your duty, that becomes Anandamaya Kosha without thinking what is going to happen at the end. Then we understood all the koshas are interconnected, and problem happens when we don't focus on Vijnanamaya Kosha. Like even in this workshop we have seen, and even this will be coming to your mind also, that what a waste of time in the first half an hour. We could have just straight away gone to practice and doing something asana pranayama. Okay, so it is important because our Anandamaya, Vijnanamaya has become so shrunk, we don't even care about it. And if we try to activate it, mind doesn't allow us to do that. Okay? So until you give importance to every part of the yoga therapy, yoga sadhana, it's not going to work. Okay? If the Pranamaya Kosha is defective, if Anandamaya Kosha is defective, outermost effect cannot be. Suppose there is a wound over here which is because of some cancerous growth from inside. How much ever ointment you apply over here, it's not going to heal. Same thing, the disease happens from inside, from the Anandamaya Kosha. So until you focus on your Anandamaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, you are not going to heal your Pranamaya, Annamaya Kosha. So, and if you see my protocol, 40 minutes is for asana, remaining 50 minutes are for other koshas. So that is the importance of other koshas. Asana you can still further reduce down to 30 minutes, 20 minutes. It's not that important. Other koshas are more important. Meditation is the most important. So all 5 koshas are interconnected as we can see this simulation. More refined or subtle koshas has a regulatory influence on the grosser koshas, that is pranamaya, annamaya, are regulated by anandamaya, manomaya, vijnanamaya. Thus, healing shall always start from subtler koshas. Complete health is achieved only when we feed each layer as per its need. Ananda by selfless act, Vijnana by inferential knowledge. Now, while I am talking, you need not, right now you don't have to give exams, so you need not bother to by heart the fact. You are getting inference in your mind. You are getting a conclusion which you are going to carry forward like a take-home message. That is called inferential knowledge, and that means we are working on our Vijnanamaya Kosha. Mana and Prana, awareness of your thoughts and breath. That is meditation and Pranayama. Annamaya, healthy environment, nutritious food, and you can practice asanas. Okay, so we understood the causation principle, how backache happens, or how blood pressure happens, or how diabetes happens. Our body is working fine. It's just that there is a resetting of homeostasis. Okay? Normal, when the blood glucose was going higher than 100, lots of insulin was coming into action to take care of it. But when it remained higher up, higher up, higher up, body reduced the receptor of insulin. That we don't need to bring it down because it's always high. And that's how diabetes happens. Hypertension, same way. Back spasm, we understood back spasm. So all these principles we have understood in detail, how to purify each koshas. Remember to do that. This is the physiology of back spasm. This medulla has to inhibit the tone, and which has to be done by the motor cortex in the brain. Consciously, you have to relax your muscles. There is another part of the brain which is continuously exciting it subconsciously. So excitement is subconscious and relaxation is conscious. So resetting of medullary inhibition at a higher level by cortical motor discharge due to stress. So we are continuously stressed, we forget to relax ourselves. By yoga, we are getting into that relaxed phase. So then we understood what happened to the back. We have very small portion to regulate the whole back. And that is why back is the most neglected portion of the body. Now, what is this innate healing? Same thing. Suppose we give a drug to hypertensive people and blood pressure comes down. Once the drug effect is gone, body brings the pressure up because there is a resetting of our software. Our mechanism is working perfectly fine because it is not allowing any foreign thing to bring down the blood pressure. So what we have to do is that resetting has to be reset. We have to get back to the factory setting. And that is what happens by yoga. When you continuously practice purification of all the 5 koshas, you get back to your original self the way you were born with. So ultimately you have to relax yourself completely so that you can push back your clock, your mental clock, and you can get your system back in place. So that is the concept of innate healing. Innate means by birth, whatever was your state, physiological, that state you are pushing yourself back by yoga sadhana. Pushes the physiology to its original relaxed and innate state. Innate means by birth. Thus, complete cure for all lifestyle disorder is possible by yoga sadhana therapy because it causes factory setting of the operating system. Operating system is the brain, which has been reset because of stress. So we have to put it back to the factory setting. So Kanya madam will understand it very well. So yoga will put your operating system back to factory setting. But remember to follow yoga by all the five koshas principle. Okay? Asana and pranayama alone are not going to help. Then we understood these nadis, Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. And this is where yoga is actually working. All these nadis are getting purified by our various activities. Main things are these chakras, 7 chakras. So the idea is to make the balance between the Ida and Pingala. Then only Sushumna will function. And only when Sushumna functions, all the energy center will be activated. So there has to be a balance between Ida and Pingala. Sushumna will function automatically whenever there is a balance in Ida and Pingala. Then we learned this story. That is the story of Panch Prana, how Panch Prana came into existence. And in this story also you see if there is a catch. The 6 brilliant sons of 6 revered rishis, they come to ask the question. But that rishi makes a condition that you have to serve me for 1 year. Then I'll give you the answer. So after serving for 1 year, they ask the rishi how prana enters the body, how people live, how creation happens, how we die. So in the response of that question, Rishi Pippalada replies to him, prana and its various types. That is, remember 5 types? Can we recall? Going back to Manomaya Kosha. First is prana. Prana is from hridaya to throat. Mukhya is prana. Then downward is apana. Then udana is upward. Further up is udana. Then samana is in the center and vyana is all over the body. Okay. In this Upanishad, only the 6th chapter, fifth chapter, or 5th question was how to chant Om and what is the benefit of Om chanting. And there he describes if somebody chants only A for longer duration, what they will have a Prithvi Tattva balance in their body. If somebody chants A and U for longer duration and shortens the Om, then Prithvi and Akash Tattva will be activated in their body. If you chant it for equal duration Auma without creating any break between them in a progression, then Prithvi, Akash and Parabrahma, that is called Purusha, Param Purusha, all will be connected and everything will be activated. That is the secret of Om. So we learned all these 5 pranas. I'll skip to this. We know their functions now. So whenever we are doing pranayama, we should concentrate upon, whenever we are doing meditation, we should concentrate upon our Panch Prana. And as per Bhagwad Gita, what does it say? Sparsan kritva bahirbahyans chakshu chaivantare bhruvo pranapano samau kritva nasya abhyantar charini. That means leaving external object outside, the gaze between the eyebrows, equaling prana and apana. So that's why we breathe in, breathe out and take the navel in, then breathe in and fill the chest up and push the diaphragm down. So prana and apana is going to be near samana. And there is a balance between prana, apana and samana. So we hold ourselves in that position and try to breathe very slowly within the nostril. Slowly that this particular state will be reached, but that is our goal and we should try for that while doing meditation. Then Bhagavad Gita explains how should be our asanas. I'm not getting into detail of it. Other day we have explained it. And how shall we focus? So here they say that we should focus on the Nasikagra Drishti and we should see nothing but just ourselves. How is our position? How is our mental condition? How's posture and everything. Then we understood the science of Om, that is taken from Mandukya Upanishad. A represents Vaishwanar, Jagrat Avastha. U is the Tejas, the dream state. M is Sushupta, or deep sleep. And then silence is the Turiya Avastha and higher consciousness. So then we understood the science of meditation. That is, with the help of breathing, we understand our body. And when we observe our thinking, we understand our mind. And as an observer, that is our soul, we get connected with the soul. And then there will be harmony between the body, mind, and soul. And that is the state of meditation. So why do we meditate? To experience the separation of body, mind, and soul as three separate entities. Normally, we don't realize. We think body, mind, and soul are the one, everything. So what happens? Soul is actually have been neglected. Soul is the observer. Soul has to observe. Soul is not the doer. So until you start observing yourself, you are not acting out your soul. Your soul is taking a side seat, and that is Anandamaya Kosha is getting affected. That is where the disease begins, when you stop observing yourself. Simply sitting straight and watching the breath and thought, that's how we do. The most powerful core of Yogasana therapy. So whatever you do or don't do, don't miss meditation. Minimum half an hour of meditation you must do. You can miss your asanas, you can miss your pranayamas, but don't miss your meditation. If you don't find time early morning when you get up with the sleepy head, you sit on your bed, but make sure that minimum half an hour you practice meditation. And whatever is your desire to heal yourself or to elevate yourself, you get that desire at that point of time. Let you fall asleep in the meditation. It is going to charge you very nicely. It is going to affect and give you whatever you desire for. You have to trust this happens. Relieve the stressful knots, calm the mind, purify the Panchakoshas. Alone, meditation alone is able to purify everything. Meditation alone is very, very powerful. You don't need to do anything, just do meditation, things are done. Thus facilitates healing at the desired place. Whichever place you want to send your energy and prana and heal, that place will be healed slowly if you practice meditation. It is medically proven that our neuronal connections, they increase function, sensitivity of surrounding, compassion, empathy, and there is a decrease in stress, anxiety, and fear and worry just by meditation. You have to just example back pain. Yeah. In the mind, you have to suggest. Yeah, relax my back. But back should be straight. Follow the principle of meditation and then give yourself command. Your mind is going to listen to your command and is going to follow it. Because soul is powerful. The commander is powerful than the mind. Okay, so remember this.